Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kadash. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And I want to give a salute and salutations to the hopeful elect that's out there preaching on one accord in the true names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom. Just want to talk about some stuff. Just flowing the spirit. Just allow the spirit to flow through me. I'm gonna open up on First Peter 5 and 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." And the main thing I wanted to tap on in this verse is being vigilant. And in the blue letter, that word vigilant means keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. And the reason why I was thinking about the word vigilant, because, as we, been prophesizing, we know that there's only these last two prophecies that's leading up to the return of Yahweh Shai. So we know that the devil really have a short time. Yeah, and he knows that. So he's looking, and we see that, he just officially stepped into World War III. And, me being a man speaking, I really don't know how this devil gonna do it, but that's why we gotta be vigilant, because he still has to roll out his MOTB somehow, and as we've been watching this devil and we know how he operates in order out of chaos. So, I'm just looking at, how he started this war. This is the perfect opportunity to use this war and any type of, if you know what I'm talking about, scenarios to, create chaos to come in with order. And I want to And I got a AI overview of order out of chaos. It says a Latin maximum representing the creation of structure, meaning or control from disorder. So I could see very well how he can use this for I can see him capitalizing off of this in a lot of different areas what he's trying to fulfill, because we also got to keep in mind that this devil wants to cut population in half, because in order for him to run all these data centers and everything, he got to cut population down. So he could use, like you said, like he already passed the bill to register, all men from ages 18, I'm thinking, until like 39 or something, roughly. I'm not sure. I had to look back into it. What's the age? But this that can be very well an opportunity for him to use as just to send him over to this what they call it, the meat grinder. Soon as he send him over there, men and women this time. This is a perfect opportunity for him to capitalize on population control. You know, I can see him using that, and then on top of if anything happens within the soils of America, and he blaming on which is probably gonna be a FF situation, but he can use that for the chaos to want to round everybody up, and he come with a solution. Oh, we need to know who everybody is, so we need everybody to come over here and take this because, and then let alone that during war times when war pops off, economy take a dive. So when the economy take a dive, that's another reason why he can bring this universal base income back in, because he already sampled it, during 2020. He kind of played around with it when he was issuing out money, during that time of the pandemic. So it's very, like, all of that stuff he was just testing stuff out. So it's very well that, something can happen, which is going to disrupt society. And then he can, come in with a solution to order out of chaos, and that's a perfect way to, round up all these, Babylonians that don't have a clue of what's going on. Because if you ain't in this truth and everything, then you don't know what's going on. You still lost. So that's a perfect strategy that he can possibly use. I'm not saying that that's what he's gonna use, but that's why we need to be vigilant, because we know it's gonna be something. We have the eyesight, and being in this truth, we have the light. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the light, and he's putting that song on game to everything, so we know what to look for. And that's another reason why when this devil come down as a wrong lion, he's gonna come after the followers, the believers, because at the end of the day, if he want to get rid of all the believers that's in his truth, and then what's going to be left is the people that don't have a clue. That's what he want to do, get rid of all the believers, get rid of anybody that's in the known, in the truth, because this devil operate in the secrets of lies, in the secrets of this, how he gets his power. That's why the Bible said the truth shall set you free. So this devil want to get rid of anybody that's in his truth that's free. Anybody else that's lost and everything, he got them in bondage. He got them. He still got them deceived. So, they ain't a threat. He want to get rid of anybody that's woken up. It's almost like in the Matrix. Once you wake up in the Matrix, that's when all the agents come after you. They trying to get rid of you and eliminate you because now you're a threat. So that's the same thing that this devil is doing. He's trying to eliminate any threats. And if you woke and you know what's going on and you see him, then you're a threat. So let me get that. First Thessalonians. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief. And that's why I open up on that stand vigilant, because if we stand vigilant, we constantly being, in circumspects of danger, where, and we constantly watching for the return. So a lot of these people are going to be rocked back to sleep if this devil do come through with any type of structure out of the chaos. And you already know how, like, our people are. Anytime you giving them free money and everything, that's a easy way to rock our people back to sleep. So when he come through with this universal base income, all of them gonna be with it, because Jake just love to party and bullshit anyway. So if they're getting free money and not even having to work, they all gonna be with it. So I can see very well how he can use this scenario right here to, try to capitalize on. And that's that peace and safety right there. And then sudden destruction. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai got to return he says he's going to return as a thief in the night. So everybody's going to be rocked back to sleep, partying, getting all of this free money. Because come on now, you already know Jake's, going to go crazy once they get all this free money. And no telling how much, this devil going to give them. Let me get another precept. I ain't gonna make this long. No. And I'm gonna end it on this precept. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So that's why, being vigilant, because we know that this devil has a short amount of time, and we know it that these are the last prophecies to take place. And he already stepped into one of them. He already stepped into World War III. So we already know the last one is right there. So that's why I wanted to end it on this last verse, because our salvation is nearer than we believe. But best believe we got to stay vigilant, because this devil, he's going to come up with some type of solution to the chaos to rock our people back to sleep. But that's why we need to stay awake. We're not going to be rocked to sleep, because we stand vigilant and we know what the Lord says. And he told us this is high times right now. So we need to stay awoke. I'm not saying that it's going to, happen right away. But at the same time, we need to just stay woke. We need to stay on our posts, stay vigilant, stay watching, because we know the Lord said he's returning within these last prophecies. He's coming in the midst of World War III. And we already know that these nukes ain't coming until this devil implement this MOTB. And that's the short amount of time where he got to fulfill his enterprise. So that's all I had. I just wanted to talk about that, something that I was just thinking about. That's all I got. So I want to say shalom.